Mark Dunning starting the season with a win. Your thoughts on that performance against Whitehaven this afternoon?
Yeah, pleased with the outcome. It's an outcome-driven game today. I thought it was a scrappy game. Errors from both teams and a scrappy ruck. But if you'd offered me that scoreline before the game, I'd have taken it. So, plenty to work on, plenty of good things. But it's great to start with a W.
Jack Walker left the field early doors. What's the latest with Jack?
Yeah, we haven't got an update yet. He left 5 minutes in with an injury, so it'll be assessed tomorrow in the injury clinic, and then we'll go from there.
Is it ankle, hand, arm?
It's a leg injury. That's all I know at this moment in time. So we'll assess him in the injury clinic tomorrow, and then see where we need to go from there.
How much did that throw you in terms of having to reshuffle things? I guess it kind of helps you. You did have Tom Holmes, Jordan Lilly, and Patton all out there on the field.
It threw us because it's a key area within our team and a key position in the spine. But I thought the lads adapted absolutely brilliantly, and I thought Tom Holmes was very good out the back at fullback. So we knew Tom could do that. We've known when we signed Tom that he's got utility value as well as being an outstanding half-back as well. So we knew it was in our locker to be able to use. We hoped we didn't have to use it, but we did, and it worked well in the end. When
you say it's thrown you, Mark, is that because you've trained with Deck and Tom in the halves all week?
No, it's thrown us because we lost Jack after 5 minutes. I don't think any coach looks to make a change after 5 minutes, especially to your fullback. So it was unexpected, but as I say, the pleasing thing for me was how the boys dealt with it and how they went.
And that obviously puts a little bit of burden on your rotation and what's available off the bench.
Yeah, it uses up a substitute there, and George Flanagan comes on early, and then Bodin Thompson needs to do a spell at 9. While George has a break. So I thought he did that particularly well as well. So overall we've dealt with it really, really well, and I'm happy with that.
First half, couple of visits to the Whitehaven line, and you come away empty-handed. Were you a bit frustrated with those visits?
No, not frustrated. No, it's just we just lacked a little bit of composure and a little bit of patience. But I'm not going to get frustrated about that. Had a good chat at half time about what we needed to do, and a couple of people were just trying to make their arms half a foot longer just to reach out and score. Where if we bury our nose and go again, we'll probably get them on the next play. So just a little bit of over eagerness and a lack of composure, but no, not frustrated by that.
And then second half, it just seemed to click in the space of 2 minutes. 2 quick fire tries to Kieran Gill.
Yeah, it's not going to click 100% in the first game, and I thought in parts we played really, really well, and showed some of the stuff that we want to do this year and how we want to play. Defensively, I was absolutely delighted. I mean, the only try they scored there was a ricocheted kick that could have gone anywhere, and questionably was offside, but that's a different matter. Apart from that, they kept on our line for spells, and we defended resolutely, which is good.
You're always going to get a very slow, sloppy play of the ball, and I think we saw that today. Another high penalty count. I think it was 8 penalties apiece and 3 set restarts each. Mark, your thoughts on that?
It's not a criticism of the referee whatsoever. I don't think he had a particularly bad game, but for me, I've just spoken to Robert Hicks, and I thought he refereed the 2 halves differently. So the first half, the ruck was slow and scrappy. And in the second half, he seemed to want everybody to jump off, instantly, and there was 6 against galore. So, it's something I'll have a look at as well. But it is what it is, and I don't think anybody, including referees, they're human beings at the end of the day, aren't they? I don't think anybody's 100% in the first round. So we'll have a look at it, and if I need to speak to Nick, I know I can do, and we'll address it and move on.
Is there any other injury concerns?
No bumps and bruises from rugby league, but other than that, everybody's okay.
You had a big decision to make potentially. Obviously, you decided to play Miles Lawford yesterday against Workington. How did you communicate that to Miles, and how did he take it?
He took it very well. He's a great kid. I wanted to see Miles play some more minutes. I had my idea of what we was going to go with today, and I think it worked. I think the spine, although we lost Jack early, was good. Miles and George and the others that played yesterday will come into consideration for York next week.
Just a couple of final points, Mark. Is that what you typically expect from a round one game? What were you seeing this afternoon?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit scrappy in the game, and while credit to our groundsman, I thought the pitch was great. It's still a little bit sticky on top and gluey, but is the groundsman not a magician? So he's done a great job to get the pitch looking as well as it did, and it was a typical round one game for me.
And just one final one. Those that are eagle-eyed of us would have noticed Massimo Tongo played for Bradford against Workington yesterday. What's the latest with that, Mark?
Yeah, played for Bradford in our reserve game yesterday and did very well.
Is there potentially a contract further down the line?
That's to be confirmed. We'll Mass has been training with us for a while, and we've done a good deed by Massey. He was injured and on the outer of everywhere, and we've had a good look at him, and we've got some talks to have with him and his agent, but we'll keep them internal until such time that we've got something to announce.
Cheers, mate.
Mark, from me, obviously, back to Tom, you mentioned him a bit there, Nick, but how hard is that for someone when they've started a game and they know they're playing half-back to suddenly switch to full-backs? I thought he was, the announcer man of the match, he was my man of the match, thought he was excellent. How easy is that to do? Go from playing once and suddenly, bang, you're in another one all game?
The modern game, the full-back is like a third half-back nowadays, so it's got its challenges, but when you've got quality of people like Tom Holmes, it can be done, and he showed today how well he can do, in both positions. So I was delighted with Tom, and I would agree with you totally. I thought it was another match today. Yeah,
definitely, and obviously someone that maybe would have been a bit less early, but I was actually really impressed with him was Fenton Rodgers. He didn't have a lot of power. He really made, whenever he got the ball and he barged into their defenders, he really made yards. I mean, how pleased are you with him? Obviously he's another young lad. You look at sort of AJ Wallace came in last year and did a really good job like that. With Fenton, how pleased were you with him his competitive debut for you? I thought he looked good in patches.
Yeah, I thought it was one of many. I don't often like to single players out. I thought that the whole pack was great. Look at our leader Bruno. He's done 80 minutes there in the middle in his first competitive game for the club as well. So I thought there were many big efforts out there, and Fenton was one of them.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, going with Whitehaven, obviously we saw it was a really costly defeat right at the end of 2021 season. It was a poor game here last year. Is that a confidence filler to get that win on the board against Whitehaven? It's almost being a bit of a bogey team at home, but you kind of felt like you've mainly kept them at arm's length today, really.
Listen, they've beat us the last two times we've come down here, but we didn't talk about that. 2023 is a new start for this club, and we're focused on what's next, not what's gone. So I was well aware of it, that they've been down here the last two times they've come and won, and speaking to their coach John Tagorley before the game, and they've had some tough times over pre-season as well, and the clubs found themselves in some difficult places, but that normally galvanises teams as well, and when you get a set of proud Cumbrians like that are galvanised, there can be a threat. So we were well aware of that, and I thought our boys did really well and really professionally dealt with that today.
Mick sort of touched upon it a bit as well, but obviously you look on that opening day, there's a couple of slightly surprising results, and obviously nearly every game has been close this weekend. Like you said, for you guys, I think just about getting, it's not like rugby union where you get extra points for extra tries, it's just about getting the 2 points there regardless of the performance being sort of probably solid more than spectacular.
It's no secret the main outcome was to win the game. I wanted us to express ourselves, and we had a great crowd here today, and big thank you to the fans for turning out in the numbers, and the backroom staff at the club that have worked hard to get that crowd on, and I wanted us to entertain today, and I thought in spells of the game we really did, and give them something to really marvel over, and played some quality rugby league. So yeah, the win was the most important thing, but how we did it was important as well.
You talk about that entertaining side, but obviously there's some really good goal line defence in that as well. And obviously, we've seen several soft tries hit through the middle down the last couple of years at times, which been frustrating. Whereas today that wasn't the case, and like you said, even the one try they got was slightly fluky in a sense. So how pleased were you with that you were really solid defensively compared to what we've seen a lot of the time, honestly, in previous seasons?
Yeah, when I talk about, you know, us entertaining people, I think you saw the last set of the first half there, how you can entertain a crowd defensively. You know, so when I talk about entertaining the crowd, it doesn't just mean with the ball and looking fluffy and scoring tries. It's showing that great determination, that energy without the ball as well, that excites the crowd when, you know, when we defended as well as we did. So yeah, happy with them without the ball, and you know, plenty to work on. But yeah, I would have taken this before the kick-off.
And just finally for me, you knew Kevin had had his visa sorted and he was flying over, but actually seeing that today that he's on his flight, he's posted, he's got, how big a boost is that for you all to know that it's finally actually happening physically? You've seen him on the flight, he's coming over. Just feel great for you guys.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I spoke to him this morning. You know, he's got a long journey in front of him, and he'll land here tomorrow. You know, and our CEO's going to pick him up and bring him back to Odstone. I'll be waiting here to greet him when he gets here. So it's really welcome. It's been a long time waiting, but I'm sure it'll be worth the wait once he gets out here with a bull show.
Would he potentially be in contention quite soon, or is it going to take 2, 3, 4 weeks to build up to speed? What are your thoughts? Or do you need to see him first?
Yeah, there's no pressure. We're not going to put any timelines on Kevin. We'll have a look at him when he gets here. We'll assess it then. You know, he's got some catching up to do with how these boys have worked so hard. But I'm not ruling anything out. You know, we'll just take it as we see when he lands.
Great stuff, cheers, man.
Okay, thanks,
Thank you.